let's get real for a second. Because nobody is talking about this with the urgency that it deserves. We talk a lot about motherhood and postpartum, right? But we often miss on a single most critical piece of the puzzle. The one thing that can make the difference for better or for worse. Yes, I am talking about the partner. So let's just say it out loud. If you're a mom watching this, go grab your partner. This is for both of you. And partners, I know it might be a bit uncomfortable, but your attention for the next 10 minutes could quite literally change everything. So stick around with me. I need you both to hear this together. Don't think I'm being overdramatic or something, because I am not. I'm going to give you some quick facts. On an average, 23% of new mothers in Canada have symptoms of postpartum depression. To put that in perspective, that's nearly 1 in 4 women who have recently given birth. Let me explain what exactly postpartum depression is. You've probably heard about baby blues, right? During birthing process, there's a spike in various hormones that gush through women's blood. After birth, this has some after effects. You can see things like mood swings, sadness, anxiety, trouble sleeping, crying, and so on. That comes as a package. That's baby blues. It usually lasts for a week or 2 maximum. Postpartum depression, or PPD as we know it, is 5 to 10 times worse than baby blues. The blues fade away, but PPD stays. Now understand the severity here. Remember that 23% I was talking about? That's substantially a big number, right? And research shows that mothers with low or no partner involvement are twice more vulnerable to experiencing PPD. Do you realize how much your presence and involvement as the partner makes all the difference here? Because of PPD, mothers struggle to bond with their babies, impacting feeding, care, and everything in between. Now, there's an even more haunting stage to this, which I don't want to get into, because I want to stay optimistic and help you cross the mount by taking control of the things that are in your situation. Now, when a new life comes into the world because of your love, isn't it your responsibility to stand shoulder to shoulder and support each other? To bring this life into the world, your partner signed up to go through all the hardships, both physically and mentally. Now, she may think she has some idea what she is going to go through, but let me tell you, she doesn't actually. That's how the first year after baby's birth look like. It's not just the mother who suffers. The ripple extends to your relationship. Communication breakdowns, resentment, decreased intimacy, and yes, it extends to the child as well. Children whose mothers struggle with untreated PPD are more prone to emotional and behavioral problems, sleep and eating difficulties, and even delayed in language development. This isn't just about making the mom feel better. It's about the foundational well-being of a brand new human being that you are planning to bring into the world with your partner. Okay, so now you might ask, why is your role as a partner so crucial? Is it even more than a loving mother, sister, or a best friend? Absolutely yes. Because no one else shares that intimate 24/7, raw, unfiltered journey same as you. Your mom can offer advice. Your sister can bring food. Your friend can listen. And all that is valuable. But you are in the trenches with her. You are the only other individual living this new reality with the same intensity, same lack of sleep, and the same profound shift in the identity. You are technically the primary support system in this modular nuclear family for her. Okay, so for partners listening right now, you might be thinking, how can you be that angelic presence that can make this phase manageable? I'm going to give you that essential blueprint. Just follow this for a few months after birth and you will see a very positive difference. Here you go. Number 1, prioritize her rest. Seriously. Take over the night feeds if possible. Get up early with the baby so she can have those extra hours of sleep. Sleep deprivation is a real torture and it aggravates everything. Your partner getting sleep is the first step towards a smoother postpartum. Number 2, handle the chores. Cooking, cleaning, laundry, groceries. Take it all on without being asked. Your job description just expanded to household manager. Use help if you need, but do not expect her to be on it. Number 3. This one's my favorite. Be present. Truly present. Put down the phone, listen, validate her feelings. Don't offer solution unless asked. Just hold the space for her emotions, even the ugly ones. Some phrases that you can use could be, "That sounds incredibly hard," or "I'm here for you." I know men are wired to think logically, to find a solution, to fix things, and I get that. Your practical mindset is valuable in many situations. This is not the time for your logical prowess to be showcased. It will do more harm than good. Sometimes the most logical thing that you can do right now is just to be emotional and just be present. Your wife will remember and be profoundly thankful for your emotional and physical presence during the toughest time of her life. Number 4, guard her space. Be the gatekeeper. You need to manage the visitors, politely decline unsolicited advice from family and friends. Your job is to create a safe and calm bubble around her and the baby. Number 5, force self-care. Gently, of course. Encourage her to take shower, take the baby for an hour so she can have a bath, go for a walk, or simply sit in silence. This is not luxury, it's a necessity. Number 6, educate yourself. I want you to learn about postpartum depression and anxiety. Know the signs. The more you understand, the less scary and frustrating it will be for both of you. Number 7, seek professional help together if needed. If you see signs of PPD, don't wait. Encourage her to talk to a doctor, maybe offer her help to make the appointment. Go with her. This is very important. Go with her. This is a team effort. Number 8, appreciate and acknowledge. The smallest gestures matter. Just get her a hot cup of coffee, or maybe give her a tall glass of water when she's feeding. A simple, "You're doing amazing," a favorite snacks, these little acknowledgements can be lifelines. Look, the postpartum period is a battlefield. It's messy, it's exhausting, and it's profoundly transformative for new mothers. It's a time of immense vulnerability and desperate need for unwavering support. And while friends and family can play a role, your role as a partner is not just crucial, it's in many cases everything. So if you're a partner, you need to step up. Be the angel, be the fortress, be the calm in her storm, because by lifting her up, you're not just supporting your wife, you are building a foundation for a healthy family, for a happy family and a happy home, and a future where everyone is thriving. This is not just about surviving postpartum. It's about emerging stronger together. That's all for today. Mothers, let me know how your partners take this video, their reactions, their acknowledgements, or whatever it is, in the comments here. If this video helped you, like and subscribe. I am in the pursuit of creating a beautiful community of moms just for you all. Please join Momsabilities.